And one of the things that we're going to do is, again, just as a thing, we love to have people's, your feedback. Anything in the chat box is great. But when you're, or if you want to just, answer questions out loud, that's okay too. But if we could just have everybody mute your lines, I think a couple people still are unmuted. That way we won't get any background noise if you're not speaking. When you want to speak, just go ahead and unmute and speak, and then mute it back up. So that'll take care of that. And then, so we're, again, welcome. It's been a great day here, and I'm just getting used to daylight savings time. I don't know about you, but trying to get used to that today. So it was just light just a few minutes ago. So that's getting a little, trying to get used to that. Okay, so let's talk about, if Kate, are you there? Could you advance us? There we go. Our agenda for this evening is really to blab a little bit, right? We want to blab about some of the things that we would consider successes since last Monday. We're going to talk about 5x5 and what does that mean. We're also going to talk about, let's talk about chance encounters. When and where do those happen? And one of my favorite things is really know. What does know really mean? Then we're going to have a little bit about getting social and how we can work that in with our, what we're doing for our business. And then, of course, again, one of my favorite things, the fortune is in the follow-up. So let's talk about all the good stuff. For those of you, and we have some new people tonight, so again, welcome, and no worries if you're new and weren't on last week, we will get you caught up, so don't worry about that. But if many of you remember from last week, we had, and we sent this out in emails as well, the cake. It's like if you were going to have a birthday party, where were those, who are you going to invite? Where's the top tier, the middle tier, the bottom tier? Did anyone fill out your cake? Go ahead and just put it in the chat box if you did. I will be able to look at the chat box or just shout it out if you were able to fill out your cake or if you had any success. We also asked you to text some leads. So from the cake that you filled out, we wanted you to text some leads, and we'd love to hear some success stories. We had a great success story this morning on our call this morning. One of the leaders had filled out the top of her cake. Then she had the middle section, I want to say, and Kate or Mary Jo could maybe correct me, but then she texted out to a few of those people, actually even got a hold of one of them on Messenger, and the person was talking to her about possibly joining Avon, joining her team. And later that day, it came through that she had joined her team. So she's already on her path. And I thought, wow, that was just, what a great story that was. And I'd love to hear some couple good stories tonight. Is there anyone? Tanya says she got 3 new customers. That is awesome, Tanya. So Angela's still going to fill out her cake, but she did receive 2 new customers. Love the new customers. So we've already got some successes with that. We've got new customers. We can also, some of the things we can do is get new fundraisers from that, and then also starting conversations. So it really is all about starting those conversations, even if we didn't totally connect and get someone to join our team. We may have got them as a customer. Maybe we're still starting that conversation as well. And again, feel free to use that chat box. We will keep monitoring it so we can make sure we get all your great successes and shout them out. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. So then, of course, we want to make sure you're using that memory jogger. When we use the memory jogger, it really does, if we keep that out and about with us all the time, or next to, maybe you have an office set up and you're using that memory jogger, you know, it's almost like, hey, I go to the library once a week. And at the library, there's like a bunch of people there. Am I really, you know, who am I talking to? That's going to jog your memory. Does anyone have some of those that they would love to share? Okay, just again, throughout, go ahead and share in the chat box or shout it out loud if you've used your memory jogger and it has. Okay, well, keep that memory jogger in your minds, because we're going to continue to use that throughout the session. So now next we're going to talk about outreach. There we go. So as you know, in session 1, we covered the B in Avon's Boss approach. The B is all about your belief. Your belief in yourself and in your goals is directly tied to outreach. When you practice outreach, this is when your belief takes action. So you've started your list, or you're going to start your list. You've used the birthday cake, or some of you are still going to, you know, get that going. And the memory jogger tools are so important. You've even started to reach out to some of these people. Maybe you've even empowered others to start their own Avon business, just like Carol did this morning. And I'm sure you want to add more to your team. Recruiting is kind of, it really is just that simple, and it's really that hard. You just want to share your passion and excitement for Avon's products and opportunity in your everyday conversation. This is what we call outreach. It is the crucial part of your business. It's also known as prospecting, but that's kind of a big and, I don't know, sometimes scary word. I like to think of it as just making new friends. Let's just get out there, make some new friends. When you make connections with the people who will be your customers and hopefully your future team members. So we're going to even dig deeper in this session to dive into outreach. But let's take a moment and go back to what the Bronze Ambassador is really. We're all trying to make sure that we understand what that is. We're all trying to get to Bronze Ambassador. Veronica, I don't know if everybody can see this, but I'm just going to read this. Veronica says, I love my memory jogger list. As I keep adding and removing leads over time, it truly helps. You never know when that next lead will pop up. I'm always refreshing my list. Oh, that is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Veronica. So many of you on this call are trying to reach that first Bronze Ambassador level. So I just wanted to review that. First of all, we have to have $200 in orders every campaign. So that's your personal sales. Second, you need at least 3 people in your what we call first generation, which means you have directly recruited them. So 3 people means you're going to have at least 3 orders, which is that next level. So your $200 plus 3 people, which is 3 orders, and then your sales plus those 3 people or more orders have to total $1,000 or more. And that is what is that first level of Bronze Ambassador. Something. So, of course, also reviewing, that is every time you reach a new level, you have the potential promotion bonus for that level. As Bronze Ambassador, your promotion bonus, as you can see there, is $500. If you are very brand new to Avon, this is your first or second time that you're placing your order, you have an opportunity to even get a double bonus. And we'll review that with the incentives as well. But of course, the bronze ambassador level is just the start. We then go to silver and look at that promotion bonus, $750 on the table. Gold, $1,000 on the table for the promotion bonus. But then I look over at the next column. The next column is about mentoring. You can see we're highlighting it there. When you help someone to promote to a new level, there's more money in it for you as well. So if you have a person who is starting and you get them to that bronze ambassador level, they're going to get $500, or hopefully with this new incentive, $1,000. As a mentor, you're going to get $250 for helping them, which is pretty great as well. So just a couple of things to review as well. Different things that are still on the table. We have the Build Like a Boss scratch off ticket incentive. So we know we want to add some people to our team, and that's unlimited right now. It's running from campaigns 1 to 10, and it's for all representatives. You just have to have a qualifying person place and pay for their first $150 order, and you are going to get a scratch-off ticket. I have heard so many different things where people getting scratch-off tickets. I know that we saw one person in the Detroit area got an iPhone X. I know we talked about that on last week's call. Still can't get over that one. We know of a person that got an Echo Dot, which is pretty cool. I've had several people that have gotten lipstick for a year. Awesome, right? And one of my personal favorites, Aspira for a year. Oh my gosh. And just many other things as well. Has anyone on the call received a ticket? And yes, thank you, Veronica. Every single ticket is a winner. If you've gotten a ticket, please let us know, because I think it is just amazing to see all the things that everyone is getting. But again, that goes all the way to campaign 10. So there's still plenty of time for everyone on this call to be able to get a scratch-off ticket. And then, of course, I touched on the double bonus promotion that if you help a brand new person, or if you are a brand new person, get to the first time they promoted to a new level. For instance, Bronze Ambassador was $500. If they do it within 3 campaigns, they get $1,000. So that is amazing. Kate says she saw on Facebook someone earned just $500. It's just cash. That's awesome. Just think about what you could do with that $500.
All right, so this is Kate talking. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being on the call tonight. So I know we all want to continue to grow. So if you can see the slideshow here, we have an awesome document called Plan Like a Boss Worksheet. And this is a great plan to launch your business into action. Remember, a goal without a plan is really just a wish. And the Plan Like a Boss Worksheet will help map the course for you to achieve your dreams. So on this document, it's all about the belief. So we talked about that on our first call, and really knowing what it is that you believe in about the business. And then also thinking about some things that you want to do. Maybe somewhere you want to go, or maybe something you need to buy. But really the sky is the limit when you believe in yourself and the Avon Leadership Opportunity. So as you work through this sheet, you'll see that it's about putting your plans into action. So let me just talk a little bit about the sheet. If you haven't received a copy of this document, the Plan Like a Boss Worksheet Commitment Form, put your email in the chat box, and Terry or Mary Jo will write it down so we know to email you this worksheet. So action really does truly begin with our outreach, okay? So we're going to talk a lot about outreach for the next few minutes. By now, you should have a large list of contacts due to your memory jogger, due to your 3-tiered birthday cake that we've been working on. You've probably reached out to some of them on your list, but maybe not had the chance to reach out to all of them. It sounds like some of you have had some good luck. You sent some of your text messages sharing your belief and your excitement, and you got some new customers. So congratulations to you guys. And, Carol this morning, she was so excited. She had texted 2 people from her birthday cake that she put names on. And like Terry said, she had 1 new person say, I think I'm interested. And literally 1 minute later, Carol got an email that said she had a brand new team member. So it's pretty awesome. And it's all about that outreach and reaching out to people. So Avon has a simple system to help you do that. At Avon, we reach out with a system called the 5x5. We talk to 5 people a day, 5 days a week. That is 25 potential opportunities in just 1 week. And truly, our most successful representatives make the 5x5 a weekly habit. And then they train their downline to do the exact same thing. So it's really just a win-win. And I see we have some emails in here. Thank you. We will be sure to send you the Plan Like a Boss commitment.
And I've got them, Kate.
Awesome. Thank you, Terry. Okay. So let's talk about a few ways you have outreach to people. What are some ways? Just type in the chat box. Would love to hear some different ways that you're reaching out to people that you know. Whether it's your current customers, whether it's your friends and family, what are some ways that have worked for you to reach out and share your Avon business? Because we all know that customers and new team members and even fundraising opportunities, they just don't fall into our lap, right? We have to put some work into it, and it starts with that outreach. I don't see any. Okay, Veronica, thank you. Facebook definitely is a great way to reach out. Asking for referrals. Yes, asking your current clients for referrals. I love it, Veronica. Face-to-face, definitely. Email, regular mail. Oh, yeah. I know we don't think of regular mail that often, but that's a great way. Sending postcards. Texting. Angela, yes, texting is awesome. And Krista says home shows, so different events and things of that nature. Exactly. Those are phenomenal ways to outreach and share the love and excitement that you have for your business with others. Because people are out there buying shampoo anyway. Why don't they buy it from you? Or if they're trying to raise money for their school or for their children, why not do fundraising through you, right? We have all these great things to offer. So it really can be simple. And did you know that the average person knows over 250 people? And then if you add your social media to that, this could be huge. So in the worksheet, if you see the screen here, you can write down day number 1, 5x5. You can write down the first person you talk to, and we even have this little picture diagram. You can check off how you talked to them or what you talked about, and then keeping track of how you're outreaching to people. So thank you, everybody. Jessica posts, in conversation when visiting friends. Exactly. Our friends are our warm list. They love to hear how good, how much we enjoy our business. And it might even inspire them to want to join with you. So we still have that challenge out to all of you to make sure you're texting and reaching out to your warm list and reaching out to people around you, sharing your belief in your business. Because you know what? You never know when it's going to be the right time for somebody to want to join with you. So now we're going to talk about chance encounters. These are really great opportunities that really cross our paths every day. While you're out and about, we can start conversations with people we don't even know. And I think Veronica mentioned that, just when you're out and about. So we just all came off a weekend. Maybe we had birthday parties to go to. I know we're all so busy. Maybe you had an Avon event. Maybe you were at a happy hour. Maybe you went out with the girlfriends. Maybe you went grocery shopping, right? I think we all probably did that this weekend. Um, so be thinking about when you're out and about and utilizing that opportunity to talk to people and share your excitement about your business. That would be considered a chance encounter. Does anybody have a story that they were just out and about and you happened to be chit-chatting with somebody and Avon came up in the conversation? You guys can come off mute if you have a story. Okay, so Melissa Williams, she typed in the chat box, banking today, I received 2 more customers. Great job, Melissa. That is fantastic. And I'm sure you were just chit-chatting with them and Avon happened to come up in the conversation. Okay, so we're also going to talk about some ways to start those conversations and really helping to bridge that conversation over into Avon. All right, here's another story. Jessica says, I was buying supplies for an inventory sale and the cashier asked me if I was having a party. I told her I was having an Avon sale on Facebook and she took my card so she could check it out. Awesome. So she initiated that conversation with you. She wanted to know what you were up to. It looked like you were about to have a good time, right? Very good. And the next step when it comes to building our team is, hoping to turn that conversation and maybe get her phone number so you could follow up with her as well. So there's so many great ways that chance encounters can help build our business. Stacy Mitchell, my eye doctor complimented my bag. I told her it was from my store and bam, I got a new customer. So she went to your e-store. That is awesome. I like how you're promoting your e-store as well when you're out and about. I love it. So just be thinking about when you're out and about and you're having chance encounters, taking that initiative and really talking about the Avon opportunity. So it's really important to have an easy way of starting a conversation during one of those chance encounters. We have a couple of options here that maybe can help you connect with people. That first option really is to find a common ground and then start asking them some open-ended questions. So the first example is, wow, this grocery line is super long. I'm so busy. Who really has time for this? And normally the person next to you probably feels just as busy as you are. And they'll probably go, yeah, I'm really busy day too. And oh my gosh. And the conversation will get started because you guys have that common ground. And a second question you could ask her that's open-ended is, how would you rather be spending your time today? We also have a great option number 2, and I think a lot of us know this option. It's a great way to get a conversation started. We have been trained this since we started Avon, right? Compliment her and ask her open-ended questions to help get her to start talking with you. And I definitely use this one a lot because it seems like in the area that I live, there's a lot of, at the grocery store, there's a lot of professional looking women. And I always think to myself, oh my gosh, they look so good. Like, where do they work? They must have some, high corporate job or something. So I'm always one to speak out and just say, oh my gosh, you look so good today. Love your skirt or love your outfit. What do you do? And, that makes somebody feel good too. And then when they're talking to you about their job, you can just say, that sounds like a really cool job. How do you like it? And after that point, those open-ended questions will really get that conversation going. Anybody have any other open-ended questions that have worked for them in the past, or Maybe you just complimented somebody to get the conversation going. Maybe you weren't even trying to talk about Avon, but you use some open-ended questions just to make new friends when you're out and about. All right. So we're going to talk about the warm-up conversations with open-ended questions. So after you really do start talking to somebody, in the grocery store line, get her to talk about some things that matter most to her. So something that I love about this is, be interested, not interesting. How many times do we find ourselves, oh my gosh, I just love Avon. It's amazing. And you just start talking and maybe you're just being too interesting. And we need to be more interested in what the person we're talking to has to say. So let's look at a few examples of open-ended questions and the importance of really having a list of your own, developing a list of your own open-ended questions that could really work in any type of situation. Now, here's a tip. The words why, what, how, who, and when allow you to start an open-ended conversation. So keep those words in the front of your mind, and we're going to look at a few examples. How is your job going? Tell me about what you do. How do you do it? Speaking about somebody managing their family and their career and all the things that are busy in life. How do you do it? What do you think is the hardest part of being a stay-at-home mom with your kids? I'm sure that could open a really big can of worms right there. That's a good question for all of us moms that are, with the kids, or we've all had kids, right? And gosh, I think that could be a good one. If you could change your situation, what would you change? I think I'd be on a beach in Hawaii. That would be a good situation change for me. I don't know about you guys. But does anybody have any open-ended questions that you can think off the top of your head that you'd like to share? Well, it's so important that you have your list and that you think of some things that work well for you. But always remember, when you are talking with somebody, make sure you're interested in what they have to say. So always be prepared for every outcome. I think that's half the reason why sometimes we're leery of talking to people. We're not sure what they're going to say, right? We're not sure what the outcome will be. But you know what? If you're prepared for any outcome, then I think that it's going to be easier just to start talking with anybody and everybody. So if you hear a yes, all right, be ready to get started. And if you hear a maybe, start maybe sharing more about your belief and help her see that it's really been awesome for you. Help her see some of the benefits more clearly. If you hear obstacles, maybe ask a few more questions and just say, oh my gosh, tell me more about why you're feeling that way. And dig a little deeper to see how you can hear her out. Or if you hear a no doesn't always mean a no. So there's going to be some other ways when you get a no, how you can come out ahead with somebody's information. And we're going to go into that just a little bit further here. All right. So what if you hear a no? Something you could do, or maybe you guys have some ideas. Maybe you've heard some no's. If you want to share, if you heard a no and how it made you feel, or if you heard a no and you turned it into a yes in a different way, share that with us. We are all wanting to learn more. But something that we encourage is take that opportunity to get a referral. Maybe that person knows someone who might be interested in starting their own business. And don't forget, the person could also become a potential customer. And I think a lot of the times when they say no to the opportunity to join, I think it's a great opportunity for us to say, well, what kind of beauty products do you like? And learn more about what kind of products they like. And Julie, I like that. You have to go through your no's so you can get your yeses. That is exactly true. And, maybe ask her some questions that will lead to a potential product sale. Another opportunity that has really worked well in the past is fundraising. So maybe as you were talking to her, you were learning that she has kids in school, or she works for a company that does fundraising. And then you could say, you know what? I would love to tell you more about our fundraising. You may not have known, but Avon has one of the biggest fundraising programs that any company can offer. Ask her some questions that might lead to helping her conduct a fundraiser. But most importantly, stay connected. Be sure to connect with that person. Make sure you walk away with, say, it's been so awesome talking to you. I'm so glad that you were interested in the brochure. Let me just get your first name and phone number, and I'll text you a link to my store. So if you ever just want to jump on and take a look, you have that link. Or you can even say, and I heard this from Stacy over the last blab we had in the Lansing workshop. She said, be sure to connect and maybe talk to them about, hey, are you on Facebook? Well, what's your name on Facebook? I'll friend you and get you my store link, or I'll get you that information we talked about. So when you hear an obstacle or an objection, the first thing you should do is really just ask more questions. Let them know that you're a person, she's a person, and just ask questions and, build that relationship. Dig deeper to understand maybe why it's an obstacle for her, or why she doesn't, see the interest at that moment. And you could even respond with some of your own relatable stories to be like, oh my gosh, I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Over the years, I've noticed, though, my customers have really loved the online store. Whatever the situation is, be relatable with them. And then, this is the most important outcome. Yes, be prepared for their yes. Because you want to be prepared, because that first impression makes a real difference. She might be more likely to stick with you if you have an onboarding plan and clear steps for her to get started. So let's think about some things that you can have with you and to help you be more prepared. Because when you get a maybe, having a recruiting flyer with you could be very beneficial. And you can use that throughout the whole day. You should probably have more than one recruiting flyer. That should say recruiting flyers, right? Samples and brochure, those are something you should have in your bag with you at all times. Your business card, yes, definitely business card. Your phone, that can be one of your very best tools. And your virtual business card, absolutely. Avon Social and social media. Those will help you. All of those will help you when you get a yes and when you get a maybe. Because you want to be able to recommend and further demonstrate your belief in the company and in the opportunity. And you want to make sure that she can see the benefits more clearly. So if you have all of these things in place, that would show her, gosh, she's really prepared. She's really got it together. She's quite the businesswoman. And maybe if you have a maybe, she may want to connect with a member of your team. Maybe you're not exactly sure exactly how to respond. You could connect her with one of your team members that are similar to her, or who might have some more information for her. Or you could ask her to attend your next meeting. We have meetings going on all over in the area. Different representatives are putting meetings on, and ask her to attend the next one. Blab's just around the corner, and I know we're going to have more workshops coming up in second quarter as well. Maybe that would really inspire her if she's a maybe. So some other tools that we have are right at your fingertips, and Mary Jo is going to walk us through that.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, we're going to take a couple minutes and we're going to talk about the tools that are at our fingertips. And what I would like you to do is in the chat box, tell us how you can leverage these tools during a chance encounter or when contacting your warm list. What are some of the ways that you have used your social media platforms, your virtual business cards, some of the different videos that we have through YouTube, and even our opportunity meetings. Now, Veronica says, or buy an over-the-door rack and bag your books, and anytime you leave your car, hang your brochures out on your window. Great way to advertise. That is a great idea. Anyone else, any ideas of how you have used the social media platform while recruiting? Okay. Well, social media, we make it easy to stay connected with prospects during chance encounters, which are live or virtual opportunities. Friend your prospects through the social media app and send personal notes. Utilize the Avon Social. I just drew a blank. I'm so sorry. The social pictures with their interest, to pique their interest. What's one thing that you never leave home without? What is the one thing that each and every one of us, every time we leave home, we make sure we have with us? It's our smartphone. Exactly. It's easy to connect with prospects while we're on the go. There are free options for virtual business cards. The Indigo is one of them. It's a free app. Or simply make your own with a pre-populated text message that you can turn around and text the person immediately while you're talking with them. Videos. Avon has some amazing videos to help you reaffirm her belief in joining Avon. The Avon Sizzle video is a short and simple video that covers who we are. It's easy to send to everyone. However, there are other videos that may fit your prospect even better yet. For example, does she have debt? Does she work full time but needs some extra money? There is a Georgiana story that's out on the YouTube. It's a great way to send it to her to help her see the different possibilities. Okay, action. To support you, we coaches are here to help you with opportunity meetings or possibility meetings that you are interested in putting on in your area. You also have your uplines that are available to help you. There's group opportunities for Facebook parties, and the list can go on and on. So if you hear any of these ideas, something that you're interested in doing to help your potential representatives and even your customers, maybe share the excitement with them, we would love to partner with you and help you to put on a successful event. Okay. Next slide, Kate. Okay, so the example above is really simply 3 steps of a system for you to achieve your 5x5. Use this process for working your warm market, your birthday cake list, as we had done last week, for contacting your leads that you get from Avon through the Alma lead system, if any of you qualify for those, or for working leads you generate while you're out doing your grocery shopping, going to the bank, or to the salon. These are called cold leads, as they are not people you know necessarily, but you meet when you're out and about. The approach is really easy. Hi, I thought of you because I heard that you had a young daughter who was interested in taking dance class, and you stated that you needed some extra money to help pay for her dance lesson. Okay. Take a look at this. What tools will you use? How can you enhance and engage this lady to learn more about the Avon opportunity? It's talking to her and showing her some of our videos, showing her our brochures, but even just talking to her about the passion and belief you have in the Avon business as well. Once you've talked to her, you want to also close the deal. Whether it's for you or not, please share your opinion with me. You know, when you're talking to somebody, it never hurts to ask them if they give you a no. It never hurts to find out what their objection is. Because we, as leaders, usually have some response that we could possibly help to break those barriers down and to engage them again with our Avon opportunity. Okay? Next page. So, what do the 3 steps look like in a conversation? Okay. Hi, this is Mary Jo. Hi, Mary Jo. This is Sally. I'm so excited. I finally started my Avon business so that I could earn some extra money to send my daughter to dance. And I thought of you because you've been wanting to try some new skincare that we had talked about the other day at the coffee shop. Do you have some time that we might be able to sit down and talk? You know, what are some other ways that may be a great way to engage people? What are some of the words you have used to start that conversation? If you guys could type that in the chat box, that would be great. Okay. I know in our last session, we talked about some of the words to use when we were reaching out to the people on our list. Okay, now, did you know that the fortune is in our follow-up? 48% never follow up with a new prospect. Can you imagine that? 48% of the people that you have taken the time have not, the representatives never follow up with them. 12% only make 3 contacts and they stop. Only 10% make more than 3 contacts.
Hey, Mary Jo.
Yes?
It's Terry, and I just looking at what Kathy just posted in the chat box, and it's to me worth bringing up. It says her words are, "What if I could show you a way to work fewer hours and still make the money you need?" Love that, Kathy. Thanks for sharing. Sorry to interrupt, Mary Jo.
No, that's an excellent way to approach the subject. Okay, so you know that we're going back to our follow-up. Only 2% of sales are made on our first contact. 3% are made on the second contact. The next one is actually 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. But the remarkable part is 80% of all sales are made on the 5th through the 12th contact. So these statistics are really kind of interesting because it just goes to show the first time you hand someone a brochure or you make that contact, don't give up. How many times have we been approached by somebody and we just kind of like, yeah, and we either forget about it or we set the brochure down and we're going to come back to it and time gets away. It's worth the follow-up. You have the contact, definitely work on that. So, Kathy, because you know you are serious. Exactly. How many times have all of us, you know, somebody will contact us once, oh yeah, okay, they contact us the second time, yeah, you know what, they are working their business. Sometimes they contact us the third time, and it really does start to open our eyes as a consumer to the fact that they're really truly working their business. But the other thing it also shows your customer is that you have customer service skills and that you care about them and you care about the Avon business. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some ready, set, and action. So fill out, we will mail these out to you ladies tonight if you have not already received those. We got your emails. Terry collected those for us. and we're going to have you fill out your plan like a boss sheet. We'd love you to snap a picture of it and send it to either your coach or your upline. Okay. Then we would like you to continue your 5x5 outreach. And going back to that slide previously, contact and follow up. Continue to follow up and stay in contact with your coach, your upline, and also your potential customers. Once you have continued to do this, we as coaches and your uplines who are joining us also are going to share and celebrate your victories and your growth in your Avon business. And I just saw something from Veronica come through. These stats are very true. When I canvass a neighborhood, I typically don't get orders until I canvass the third time. When I ask them what made them order this time, they say it's because they were on vacation or their husband was recycling, etc. You never know what's happening in their lives. That is great, Veronica. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay. The other thing is what we would like you to do is to make sure that you are launching your Avon social media, making sure that you're posting and you're talking with people, you're sharing your excitement. Learn about the social media and use it. Private message your likes. Always, even if somebody doesn't comment, it is so important to go in and to share and to send the people that like your post a private message and engage them in conversation. Be ready to share all your successes on our next one-on-one call with your coaches and your upline, but as well as be prepared to share with each of us next week, Monday night. We would love to hear those. Share them in our Facebook group. But also schedule and participate in an Avon Opportunity Party, a Facebook party, virtual party, or a live party. Invite your contacts. This is up to it is up to us coaches and your upline to partner with you on these events. Okay? Add one person or more to your team this week. So, how many of you are ready to commit to planning an opportunity meeting or a possibility meeting to invite your customers, your friends, and your family to maybe do a sip and sample? Or we have Stacy Mitchell last week. She commented on having a pot of gold party for St. Patrick's Day, having a little hop on over just before Easter is coming up, having a mothers and daughters get together gathering before Mother's Day to help share some of the different products that we have. And we would love to, again, reach out to your upline or reach out to us coaches. We would love to partner with you on these events. If anybody has one scheduled, we'd love to know it. Type that into the chat box and share your ideas of what you have planned on your calendars for the upcoming month. Okay. The last thing we want to go through is we want to just remind everybody that our Journey to Bronze Ambassador and Beyond next call will be next Monday, March 19th. We have the two different options for you to join us, which will be the 11 a.m. or the 8 p.m. We do always use the same link, so it's not having to send out new links to you every week. Okay. Jessica Rios just let us know that she had an order pickup party when she had several of her close friends order at the same time. We sampled products and chatted about Avon. Oh, that's an excellent idea, Jessica. Great. Okay. So in closing, we just want to leave you with a little poem that we thought was very appropriate. Maybe she needs me. It had been a long day. I was finishing a task, and as I hurried past her, a little voice said, "Ask." Oh, not today, I told myself. I'm tired, and it shows. Besides, I might look foolish, and she'd likely say no. While drifting off to sleep that night, I saw her face again. I wondered what her life was like, her needs, her dreams, her pain. What if she'd been wishing for a friendly word and a smile? A chance to know somebody who would go the extra mile? What if she had been waiting for a break, an open door? Was this the opportunity that she had been praying for? I saw the cars she might not drive, the rings she may not wear, because I would not risk myself to stop, to ask, to care. So what if I offered her is not her cup of tea? That's a choice for her to make. How selfish can I be? Oh, let me live the truth. Go, give, and let my mission be not to think, do I need her? But maybe she needs me. I think that poem is so appropriate for some of the different conversations that we each go back and forth in our own head on a daily basis. Don't be afraid to share the opportunity. Don't be afraid to open up a conversation. Even if you start a conversation and you practice those conversations just by carrying a friendly conversation and never bridging it to Avon, challenge yourself, take that uncomfortable step forward, and start those conversations with everybody that you meet. Just even if it brings a smile to their face, that will also give you guys the confidence to take that next step forward in building your business as well. So with that being said, we would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. And, okay, Kate sent me a text, you guys. I'm sorry. My mind keeps doing. Mention to them to add their Facebook name. And then, okay, so if everybody would type into the chat box a second for us what your Facebook name is, Kate will go through and add everybody to the group Facebook page where we can share additional ideas.
Hey everybody, it's Kate. Really quick, I also need you to, we need to become friends. In order to have the private page that I've created, we actually have to be friends. So it might be easier if I just told all of you, do a search for Kate Jenkins Avon, and then I can add you to our private group. It's called, I think it's called Boot Camp for Bronze Ambassadors. And then we can chat whenever we want to. We can ask questions and just share good stories. So friend me on Facebook and then I will add you. And I'm Kate Jenkins Avon. And sorry to interrupt, Mary Jo.
Nope, you are fine, Kate. So that is it for us tonight, ladies. If you have any questions, please definitely reach out to our coaches. Reach out to your upline. Ask the questions. Don't hesitate. There is no dumb question amongst us. We have so many people that are always willing to share their ideas. So definitely, please reach out, especially through the Facebook page. Girls, do you have any other thing that you can add to it tonight?
Nope, I just wanted to thank you all for being on the call, and we will be sure to get out the boss worksheet for you all so you can fill that out and share it with your upline or your coach. And we appreciate you and congratulations on taking the next step to become a bronze ambassador with your business.
Thank you, everyone. Great call.
Kate, can you type in there the name of the Facebook group, you think?
Well, they won't be able to see it because it's private, but I can. Yes.
Oh, okay. Because Veronica is asking. I thought you two were friends.
We are friends. Okay. Hey.
I mean, we're all friends, ladies, but.
We are friends, so I won't have to friend her. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.